Hello and welcome to another lockdown video. I haven't made one of these for ages, and that's one of the strange things about being in lockdown. Time seems to get away with you, from you I should say. But my video today is to try and get you over that hump, that hurdle of doing stuff you don't want to do. And the stuff I'm talking about is getting ahead for next year, getting your revision in before you even study, getting started on your A-levels. Now, some of you will be quite keen on this because you picked the 3 subjects that you want to do, and others will be feeling like me, faced with a mountain, a hurdle that you do not want to address. And in my case, it's something that I loathe so much, I will never do it again after this summer. It's gardening. I loathe and detest gardening. So how have I forced myself to spend at least 2 hours and usually 3 and 4 hours a day doing this task, which I actually loathe? The point of the video is to help you overcome that same barrier of stuff that you don't want to do, but you've still got to. So my first step was in recognising that, well, it had to be done. Here I am digging out the pond, getting rid of bamboo. Just getting rid of that bamboo took me 4 days. Anyway, I had to get rid of the pond. Didn't make sense to pay someone else to do that for me because you can't do that when you're studying. You've just got to get on and do it yourself. And it was the same here. It's lockdown. No one's going to do the stuff for you. And I just persevered, even though I found bizarre things. Here I am taking out my temper on a sink that somebody had buried. I've made a novel tower to amuse myself and collected Bob's toys as a kind of nostalgic journey. Here's the rubbish in my garden stretched before me. How do I motivate myself to keep going? Well, I dig up yet another sink with more bamboo in it. The trick is just to keep going. Every time you persevere, you chip away. There's my wife enjoying a bit of social distancing. My great heap of refuse that I've dug up. And that's the trick. Every time you put a little bit of time in, you can look back and see what you knew before, the situation as it was a while ago, a week ago, and then compare it to what it is now. And that's the brilliant thing about chipping away a few hours at a time. You will immediately be able to see that you reach a state of progress. Your family will notice this and take pride in you. This is how Bob, my family member, is thanking me for all the clearing in the garden that I've done. He's coming out to explore and see what I've achieved. Look, here is a swing that I put up about 20 years ago. It's time to meet your maker, little horse swing made out of old tyres. And here is the 3rd bonfire of my lockdown being constructed in a giant pit. There's Harry socialising with the neighbours again, trying to peer through the hedges that I haven't attacked and improved yet. And a little sunbathing deck chair area for my lovely family who like to come out and taunt me, while I have massive piles of rubble staring at me in the face, saying you're not working hard enough. You haven't really progressed much at all. But they're wrong. I've made loads of progress. How do I know? Because I put in at least 2 hours a day. And the idea is not to focus on what's not working. Why has the world gone upside down? But focus on what is. And then suddenly, before you know it, the pit has taken all the rubble and the 3rd bonfire is on its way and the garden is finally getting cleared. Hurrah! Spring blossom has surrounded my 1-chair patio, telling me that I've done a good job. And rain is coming, so this is to keep Bob off the mud. And then jump forward a week and see what the garden looks like now. Why am I so excited? It's not because it looks great. It is not the finished article. That's the metaphor that I'm on about here with your studies. But it's because it's so much better than it was before. Here is my 6'6" pile of stone still, but look, my mountain of debris is gone. My garden is nearly levelled. It looks like I can start seeding it to put a lawn down. Hurrah! And when you persevere like this at something that you really don't enjoy, you start to take massive pleasures in your successes. You keep looking back and noticing evidence of how much you've improved. And it really is a self-fulfilling activity. The more you look back and realise how much you've improved, the more willing you are to keep on with this routine. And remember, it's only about 2 or 3 hours a day. And Time is what we've got on our hands. I mean, it's not hard to use that time. Oh, look, I'm going to have yet another bonfire. How exciting. For health and safety reasons, I should probably say don't try this at home, but actually that would be stupid. There's no safer place to do a bonfire than do it at home. Although I would strongly advise you to do it outside of the house, not in, and who knows, get a parent to supervise. There's something hypnotic about fires. Don't burn your books. You might need to take exams again. So it's important to build in little treats like the fire was for me. Let's listen to some birdsong. So now I just have to build a barrier between the patio and the mud so that Bob won't go out there and traipse all the mud in as we face a week of rain. And I knew all that stone would come in handy, so I've improvised a fence to stop Bob leaping over it. Here it is from ground level. It looks like the Grand National. He'll never get over that. Well, spoiler alert, he did. Damn it. Keep plugging away or watch another video. See you soon on my channel.